Next phase in the cloud security is protect your cloud. That how we can protecting the cloud infrastructure as such. Once you understand your cloud security risk posture, you can strategically apply protection to your cloud services according to their level of risks. There are several cloud security technology that can help you accomplish the following best practices. So in the way of protecting the cloud, we need to follow different steps. So the first step that we need to follow for protecting the cloud is apply data protection policy. With cloud data now classified as sensitive or regulated, you can assign policies that govern the data, can be stored in cloud, quarantine and remove sensitive data found in the cloud, and coach user if they make a mistake and break any of your policy. So the first phase is to apply data protection, and generally we protect the sensitive data, right? Because the public data is public to all, so we doesn't have to bother about it, but we have to bother about the data which are having some value, and those are comes under private data or sensitive data. Next we can do is we can encrypt sensitive data with our own key. So we can have we can generate our own key if we are using any type of cloud infrastructure. So if we want, like, only those user who have the key can only decrypt those sensitive data, so we have to follow some encryption. We have to use some cryptographic techniques so that the encryption could be maintained on those sensitive data. Next step we can do is set limitations on how data is shared. That how multiple users are using the cloud infrastructure and how they are using the data could have some sort of access control mechanism, so that the access of those data among the users could be controlled, and we can share those data to only the legitimate user who actually required those data. So we have to look for the limitations in sharing those data. Next step that will follow on the way for protecting the cloud is we can stop data from moving to unmanaged device you don't know about. Now, generally what happened, I'm not talking about the cloud part, I am talking about, let's say, the network part. Now, if I want to restrict, like, only these devices could able to get the internet connection in my university. Okay. So what I'll do, I get the physical address or the MAC address of the system, and against the MAC address, I'll provide the IP address. If that system is not registered, means it is not there in the list of the MAC address and IP table, so they will not get the internet access. Now here what we are doing is we are restricting the device to use in the network. So in that way we can also do this step number 4. We can stop data from moving to unmanaged device. So those devices which are registered in an organization can only use the data, or can only download, can only access those data, but other we can stop by doing that. Next step in protecting the cloud, we can do some advanced malware protection to infrastructure as a service like AWS and Azure. So we can apply different anti-malware software, and we can install them in our virtual infrastructure. And also we can apply different machine learning techniques so that the intrusion detection could be possible if any type of attack will be launched by any malicious user or the hacker or the attackers. So we can able to detect them and we can restrict them. So these are the different steps while protecting our cloud.